Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome to a brand new video in Off-Road Outlaws where we are going to be covering the brand new update. Now, I am very thankful to the guys over at Off-Road Outlaws for giving me access to the update early, and as you can see, I have a ton of new vehicles already fully customized, which you guys will be seeing builds of very, very soon. Now, this update itself has so much stuff in it. There is so much to cover here besides the trucks that there's a lot more here than you might think. Now, there are 7 new trucks in total. 3 of those are normal trucks. The other 3 are member-exclusive trucks, and then the other single truck is a member-exclusive truck always. So, the 3 of those member trucks are exclusive for a limited time, and the other one is basically always exclusive. Moving forward from that, the maps themselves, well, put it this way. The map Woodlands is not necessarily Woodlands anymore. And I was originally concerned that this was going to be kind of weird with it not being the same map, but oh no, it's actually really, really cool. What they've done is they've updated it to have a totally new feel, totally new landscape, totally new pretty much everything. You've got snow, you've got a mountain road, a winding mountain road, and in total, the map is about 4 times larger than the original version. So there's a lot you can do here. There's a lot you can do with this map, and there's a lot you can kind of dive into and enjoy. And actually, a lot of the builds that I'm going to be testing out soon in other videos for you guys are going to be tested out on Woodlands, on the new Woodlands in the snow. Now, another thing is they've added a few different things in the customization. For example, gloss paint. Now, you can choose between matte and gloss paint, and then you can basically adjust them to your desire. You have basically an infinite amount of paint adjustment for whatever color you want. Now, there's also an updated rock park with more obstacles. The stunt park has been updated as well with a racetrack and also new jumps, new ramps, and all sorts of new things regarding the stunt park map. Now, the tuning options, for example, are really expanded from the last time the game was updated. You've got the ability to strap a turbo or a supercharger onto your car now, and anything that has the ability to have the hood removed has the ability to have the turbos and or the supercharger shown, which is really, really cool. So tuning that you will do to your vehicle, or parts I should say that you can add to your vehicle, will also change the physical appearance, which is really cool to me, and I think that's something that I've been wanting to see for a while, and it's something that I didn't think we would see in the game, but now that it's actually here to see, it's like, oh, that really not only enhances the game, but I think enhances the customization to a degree that I didn't think we would really have access to in this game. Now, another thing is the dyno tuning. Now, there's a few different ways that you can mess with the dyno tuning. The dyno tuning, you can either mess with the air-fuel ratios and the timing to try to get the perfect mixture and get your perfect tune dialed in, or you can use gold to purchase a perfect tune, and then you can use the dyno to see how much power and torque your vehicle is making. So you kind of have either option, and I think that there's going to be some people that are going to go straight to it with the perfect tune, and there's going to be other people that are going to want to dive into it themselves and figure out what that perfect tune actually is and what the timing and the air fuel ratios actually are for that perfect tune. Now, also in this update are multi-layer vehicle wraps. Now, if vehicle wrapping is something that you're into, they have updated that, as well as, like I said before, the painting with the new colors. So if that's something that you're interested in diving into, personally, that's not my area of, that's not really my area of the game. But if that's something you're into, feel free to dive into that. And I think it's actually going to be a really cool thing. And I messed around with it a little bit, but frankly, I'm very bad at painting. So I'm like, I would probably rather tell you guys about that and leave that to someone that's actually good at painting to dive into. But for anybody that really enjoys painting or really likes, having that ability to do multi-layer wraps, don't worry, because that is there and that is coming in the update. Now, I do need to talk about the field finds. Now, the field finds are going to be featured in a separate video. Now, the reason why they're going to be featured in a separate video is because the field finds themselves are a little bit more, I want to get a little bit more in depth with those than just like saying that they're here, because there's quite a few of them here. I believe there's either 4 or 5 new field finds, which is not only that's more than I thought there would be, but they're actually really, really cool cars. They're a bunch of really interesting cars that I can't wait to show you guys here on the channel. But like I said, there's going to be a more detailed, in-depth video covering field finds very, very soon. This video is more of, like I said, an overview of the update, showing you guys what all is here. Now, for me, one of the most interesting aspects of this update itself has been the revamped version of the woodland map, as well as the snow, because the snow really is the centerpiece of the revamp of this map, or that map, I should say. And because at the end of the day, when you wouldn't think that adding snow would add such a new dynamic to the game, but it actually does. It actually does a very good job of bringing a new feel to a game that like already has a lot of different, environment types anyway, but you add snow into the mix, and it really kind of adds to that, not necessarily immersion, because it's not really a realistic game, but it adds to the variety. And by the way, that particular map, like the map Woodlands, honestly, I really like this new version a lot more than the old version. I like it a lot more. And I'm really glad that when they decided to implement snow, they decided to implement it in a way that was more focused on, like making it a part of a map instead of making a whole map just dedicated to snow. Because I think that's good, because then that makes the snow placed in that places the snow in an area that you would believe it would be, right? You have these snow-capped peaks, but the rest of the map is kind of more, grass. Like it's got grass, and it's got dirt, and it's got, normal kind of environment types, but you get way further up in the mountains and you've got the snow. So I think making it a little bit more environmentally correct like that actually plays into making it feel more realistic, which I think is a good thing. I think it does a good job of implementing snow in general, and I think they've done a really good job of implementing snow in general in terms of how they decided to do it in the game. Now, also, you've got the additions to the Rock Park map, and the additions to the Rock Park map are really, really, really cool. And honestly, some of them you're gonna need some really big tires for. I'll go ahead and be honest with you guys right here. Some of them are gonna need some really big tires, and some of them won't, but some of them will, and you'll have to know that going in, because some of them you'll try and you'll be like, I need a rock bouncer for this. So going into some of the new obstacles on the Rock Park map, just know that going in, because you're gonna be like, oh god, you're gonna be like, I need a new vehicle, because normally your normal trucks are not going to cut it on this particular map, just because of the fact that it's so intense. Overall, I would say one of my favorite additions is the racetrack at the stunt park, the new racetrack at the stunt park. And actually, when I went to go turn around from the other side, I actually, instead of turning into the track, I just turned between the track. So, yeah, that was kind of not exactly the best thing to do on my part. But you actually have to kind of think about, when you do this track, especially if you're going to race in multiplayer, you have to think about the fact that these jumps are going to scrub a lot of speed. And really, the fastest line around the track probably uses one jump. And the reason why I say one jump is because there's one jump that you absolutely must take in order to get over the track. The track jumps over itself, and in order to actually make a full lap, you have to end up jumping over the track. And really, that's the only jump that you need to use. So if you're thinking about getting the fastest lap here, you really only have to think about using that one single jump. But I think that overall, this is one of the best additions that they could have made to the game, is adding a proper racetrack to the stunt park. Because I think, especially for multiplayer purposes, it's like you want to race people, you want to race your friends, you want to have a full-fledged racetrack to do that on. And I think when you do have a full-fledged racetrack to do it on, it expands the potential of what you can do on this map by so much, and also what you can do in multiplayer. And honestly, I'll show you the right line, and I'll also show you the wrong line. The wrong line involves taking that jump right there first, because if you do that, you scrub off so much speed that when you try to hit this jump, you don't really make it. On the flip side, when you skip the first jump and take the second jump, this is what happens. So as you can see, it's much more worth it to just skip that first jump, take the second jump, and you're going to be good to go. Now, overall, though, I think the update really, really brought a lot of stuff together for this game, and I think it expanded the game a lot, and I really, really enjoy pretty much everything that they've added here. I don't think there's really any of the content. I don't think any of the content that they've added here is out of place. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video covering the brand new update for Off-Road Outlaws. If you did, don't forget to subscribe for more Off-Road Outlaws content as well as many other games. And click that like button if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And tell me in the comment section below what you guys thought of the video and what you're most interested in doing in the new Off-Road Outlaws update. So, I'll see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.